Yeah, I definitely noticed that when we made the dev diary.
Yeah,
we have the infamous street scene, which, for those who don't know, who haven't seen the new Skyblivion dev diary, it's like a section of 5-6 seconds in the clothing cat, or like where we talk about clothing or show that off. It's like a street with people walking, and that was hell to set up. And I wanted to do even like more. I wanted people to like walk in different directions, but then it's good to have a person like, for example, you, Bernsey, you were like, no, just fuck it, record it and move on.
Yeah, because especially with you at then as well, obviously I've done a few dev diaries before that, so there's probably a part of you that was like, I want to make sure everything's as good as I can do it because it's my first one. I want to like show people what I can do and all that type of thing. So there's probably a bit of a perfectionist in you, even more so than your own video in some ways. That is like, I really want to do really well here. And I was like, it's already better than like any street scene you could possibly get in Skyrim anyway, so just fucking record it and then we can put it in, because it, like, if you actually watch it, and it's probably on screen now, it's like 10 seconds at most, right? And you didn't even use most of the clips from it, so it was like, just get it. It's not even like part of the actual showcase, it was just the intro bit to it.
Yeah.
Even I was partially involved while that was going on, and I remember like you guys staying up until 5 a.m. to actually get this done. And then when I saw the dev diary, finally, I was like, it really turned out well, but man, you spent way too much time on a single shot, that's for sure.
Like, we had me, you figuring it out. I was doing creation kit things to build up the scene and like place NPCs certain places. We had someone from the Skyblivion team, Abs, nav meshing like the road to make the file work, and it was all for this like one shot. And we was like, yeah, let's do less of that in the future. But I think something that I've learned with my videos, and that we can all kind of like agree on, is you sort of have to do some of these things to teach yourself what not to do, or like where is too far. Like, for example, like I speak about this all the time, like my Dragonborn video, which took way too long to make. To me, that's going too far in a lot of areas, and it had to go that far, and it had to be kind of like a bit over the top and a bit messy and a bit too quick for me to be like, okay, that is too quick, so I know what to do and how to tone it back. You have to like push the line to know where the line is, so you can like make sure you're behind it.
Yep. And striking that balance between like how much is actually really, really masterful as far as like from a presentation point is concerned, but at the same time not making it unwatchable through various of over editing or whatever it may be. So for me, for example, it was the best learning experience was a couple of last videos. And I think one of my videos, not to go too much into like my personal channel, but one of the graphical overhauls, I felt like I went way too far. And I don't necessarily think it affected the viewers' enjoyment, but I thought that I went too far and I spent way too much time on that particular video. So kind of like scaling back and trying to find a balance between what's actually good in order to present the mod or whatever you're showcasing in the best possible way, versus not spending way too much time to the point when it's unhealthy. So that's one of the reasons why we actually also became friends too, because we constantly share ideas and what you can do to improve the content, but at the same time not push the line too much to the point where you ruin viewers' enjoyment and stuff like that. And I know that Gim's videos, for example, were like I always looked up to Gim's videos and yours videos, but at the same time you guys kind of sometimes push too far for me. And when I watch your videos, I'm like, okay, I'm now watching from not a creator's perspective, but from a viewer perspective, and I know that this is masterful editing, but it might be at some areas too much. And that's why when you made the Dragonborn video, you scaled back and pretty much made the best video they have ever made, which is your anniversary edition video, in my opinion. Striking that balance is really, really important.
Yeah, I think the anniversary actually technically came before the Dragonborn.
Was it before?
Yeah, but to be fair, I had... the Dragonborn video was like 90% done because I've been working on it for so long. So like the last 10% of the Dragonborn video, I was like, just fucking get it out, like just film whatever and just do it. So all of the kind of like over the top stuff came before the anniversary, and that was when I was like, I just want to make like a better, like more compact, but like nicer presented video, which was the anniversary one, which thankfully did well.
I might have a wrong picture because in my head I know everything that's been going on behind the scenes, so I might think in my head it's before.
The timeline of me working on it rather than when it was released. And to be fair, that's where our name TriHards comes in. One, there's three. Wow, we're very smart and linguistic. And two, we definitely all suffer from trying way too hard.
Way too hard.
Probably not like any meaningful result. Like, people notice that we obviously put a lot of effort into things, but the amount, like, I'm not even kidding you, for anyone watching, the amount of effort sometimes we put into things that absolutely no one care or will even notice is ridiculous. And we're the only people that will ever notice that. And there's a bit of that where you kind of have to check, like, what am I doing? Am I doing something just because I know it's cool and I'm proud that I did it, or am I doing something like that is actually going to be worthwhile for the video? Because like, you can spend 6 days on a 30-second part, but then like that part's over in 30 seconds when the viewers watched it. They're not going to remember it like the minute after, right? So you've got to kind of like find the better balance between those type of things when you're making videos, I think. I've
actually never thought of it that way. That actually makes a lot of sense. It's one of those things is, am I doing this because I know that I've jumped through 5 hoops in order to get the shot going? Or is it something that is going to be enjoyable for viewers to watch? And that's something that I did in my Hidden Gems episode 2, where I literally spent on a single shot, I spent over 3.5 hours because I needed to do things with like Proteus, I needed to do things with different mods, and it just resulted into this overcomplication. Literally, there was like 5 different hoops that I had to go through in order to get the shot, and the shot looks cool, but 99.9% of the viewers do not know how much effort went into it. And then the same one is the Dev Diary one that Gim has been making, the one at the at that street or whatever.
It's not even like a focal point of the video. It's like a intro. He's not even talking about anything. He's like building up, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have this sick fucking street scene with people walking. It doesn't make sense, and no one pays attention to anything that's going on screen at that moment because they're just listening to him and the slow music, like kind of getting into something. So just I don't know why I wanted
it. But Gim, the best scene you've ever done, and I think the best scene that any of us have ever done, and it didn't take too long to do, but it was a bit of a setup just to get the one thing. Can you guess what it is?
Is it also the Dev Diary?
Yeah. Which one is it, Gim?
Oh,
mine is
the Fat Thor thing.
No, the bathtub scene, brother.
Oh, the bathtub one.
Because that is good, because it stands out from the rest, because you get so many comments underneath that are like timestamping it, being like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah, so...
For more... What was it? For more cultured citizens? Yeah. It was.
So what happened was, pretty much I just needed a... Why did I need a bath? Okay, so I made this... Naturally, when you're making a video, you want there to be some form of storytelling, right? So he's talking about citizens, and I was like, okay, we're gonna have the same person wear clothes, take off clothes for some reason, and wear new clothes and go party. And I basically needed a bathtub. I don't remember the thought process of this, but Burnsy had made an interior in some... If you don't know, Burnsy is also some form of an interior dev on Skyblivion. He'd made an interior for a tavern, and I just saw it, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna have 2 dudes close to naked bathing each other because it's fun.
Because why not?
Yeah, why not? But that didn't take too long to set up, though.
Yeah, to be fair, that was a good balance of like taking a bit of a while to kind of figure out what we wanted there, but like it was long enough that it was okay, and also it was like
it was very funny. It was very funny to make, because we were sitting there like, which animation should we use? And then we found the one with like the soup pod and little spoon, and he's like pouring it over his head, and it was just perfect.
Yeah, that